Hello, 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 you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Real News Talk Show. I am your Real News host coming to you today with another breaking news story. This time, the story is about uh, teenagers who shot and killed a classmate at a school in Houston, Texas, Bear Air High School. Now, I recall years ago when I first saw or heard about that school. It was a really, really nice school. It was a mixed environment. It was a great neighborhood. It was a good area. And now kids are coming from everywhere to that school. They're getting in their school, and the bad kids are influencing the good kids. So, what I'm trying to say is all kids are bad if they're not raised in the proper manner and if they don't know how to act in school, and especially if they take a weapon to school. Now, these were very, very nice kids. As a lady said on the news, she says, "Oh my God." She says, "My son, he called and he told me, Mama, guess what? My friend shot another friend." Now, these kids are all friends in the school. What's really going on, you guys? What is really going on? I mean, is it in the mind? Is it in the food? Is it in the air? I mean, these, in fact, were all friends at that school. What really could have went on? And I'm wondering if it was drugs. I'm wondering if it's something was going on at home wrong with the child. The child that was murdered was only 16 years old. I'm still following the story. I haven't really got into it other than knowing that a 16-year-old child was shot by his schoolmate at Bear Air High School in Houston, Texas. A really, really nice school. My God, my God. Where did the kid get the weapon from? This is another thing, you guys. If you have weapons in your home, you need not let your children know what these weapons are, because you never know what's on their mind. You never know who bullied them in school, and they can say, "Oh, I know where my parents' gun is." Like that A.J. Armstrong story, another story in Houston where the young man knew where his father's gun was, and he allegedly shot both of his parents with pillows over their head. And this was also in Bear Air. I mean, these are very, very rich kids. These kids come from good backgrounds. My God, what's going on? Because what puzzles me is that sometimes you can get a kid from the ghetto or low income area, and they won't do these type of things that the rich kids are doing. So that tends to make me feel like the parents actually spoiled these kids and gave them everything that they wanted. Now, when I was growing up, we couldn't have everything that we wanted because my parents wanted us to work hard and earn what we got. And this is why, actually I've been working since I was 13 years old, helping my dad in his business. And they taught us to work for what we want, not be jealous of other kids if they have something that we don't. Know that if you work hard, you can get everything that you need. Know that you believe in God, everything that you want can happen. But nowadays, these kids, like I was saying, in the low income areas, I haven't heard of a low income kid actually murdering his parents. And maybe it's because the parents don't have anything, to give them like the kids in the better areas. It makes me wonder, and I'm really wondering if that's true or not, because if you really think about it, have you guys heard of anybody in the low income area just going up and shooting up their parents with pillows over their head? No, because they're too busy. Many ghetto kids, or many kids that are raised in the ghetto, I would say they're not ghetto, but raised in the ghetto because of the parents couldn't afford proper housing for them, or they had to get on housing because they didn't have the income or they didn't have the education. Those kids strive sometimes to be better so that they can help pull their parents out of the ghetto. But the rich kids are going around shooting up their parents, shooting up each other, shooting up the schools. What's really going on? I mean, these kids really, parents have to sit down and drill their kids on how to behave in school, how to love life. Because it seems to me that they don't give a damn about the next person's life. They really don't care. They don't care because the young, and I think they found them somewhere near a garbage bin or something. These guys was found near a garbage bin, and they were found and caught not far from the school, which means what? They had children's minds. They couldn't even escape. They couldn't even get away. They had still babies' minds, but yet they had the mind and they knew where to get that gun to go and shoot another kid. Unbelievable. And see, evidently these kids did not think about a life, because if they did, they would have thought about their own life of being locked up in jail for life. You see? I just don't know what's going on, you guys. But I know one thing. This stuff has to stop, because after a while, the war is going to be right here. Everyone's talking about Trump causing a war. Well, the war is right here, right now, on the ground, amongst people, amongst each other, not from another country, not from another state. I'm talking about just within the area or surrounding areas that you may even live in. It is really horrific with all of this madness going on. And it's not just in my area, your area, it's all over, because when you turn on the television, I call it television because that's what it is, pure hell on TV. Every time you turn on the news, it's something going on. And it's horrific. And it has to stop. But my heart goes out to the young man's parents, the young child that's 16 that was killed. They rushed him to the hospital, so I was just praying. I said, oh God, please don't let that baby die. 16 years old. My Lord, my Lord. Ooh, man. Can you imagine your child being shot by possibly his friend or his classmates? And for what reason? For what reason? Was it over drugs? Was it over a pair of Nike tennis shoes? Was it over a girl? Was it because a star player on the team and they wasn't? I mean, what the hell was it? That's what I want to know. All I know is parents have to sit down and really drill our kids, because let them know that when people bully you, just go and tell the principal, report it, move to another school. It's not worth going to find a gun to kill the person, because after that is done, then those kids that shot, that was affiliated with that shooting and that murdering of that 16-year-old, they're going to regret that. They were in the heat of the moment, mad about something, and people think about this stuff later after it's done. But they're a day late and a dollar short, because the law is going to lock them up for a long time, you guys. For a long time. And that was why I was saying these young people do not care about a life, not even their own, because they forget that they can be gone up the road in prison for a long time. Their whole life is gone. It's over. Because you was mad at someone about something small. Normally it's something small when people do this crazy stuff. Even when people are going around robbing people for money. That's small. And you know why? Because that money that they took from that person, they're going to spend it and not have it, and they beat and kill somebody. You see what I'm saying? And the money that they took is gone, and the person is gone. You see? So all of that stuff is just, it's they're doing nothing but spinning their wheels, because they got to pay for it one day. You know? So you guys, that's all I wanted to say. As I said earlier, the 16-year-old young man was shot and killed by another student at his high school, and possibly his friend, because a lady on the news said, my son called me and he said that my friend shot a friend. That's something. That is something. You have no friends. The only friend you have is God Almighty, because people will turn on you. And they start turning very early. It's because of the fact that is something triggering. I think it's something in the food, you guys, because this stuff is just really, really getting out of hand. It really is. It's something in the food, in the air. It's everywhere, and it has to stop. So, you guys, I just wanted to bring that story to you. So, my condolences go out to the young man that was killed at Bear High School in Houston, Texas, to his parents, family, the school, loved ones, and everyone that loved that young man. And also, my heart goes out to the parents of the young man that killed the young man, because of the fact that they are grieving, because of the fact they're losing their son, because of the fact their son killed someone else, and they are thinking about that mother's son gone. Their son is going to be gone for a long, long time, and the child is dead. With that, you guys, please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more. And this is the Real News Talk Show. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.